Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Thursday. I'm your host, Hebro77, and well, this isn't actually Thursday Thursday, it's Fellowship Friday. So, welcome to the first ever Fellowship Friday. I'm your host, Hebro77. We missed Thursday Thursday, and of course, I said if I ever missed a Thursday Thursday, I would do a recording on a Friday. So right here where I'm at, it's a very rainy day, and it's supposed to rain. Let's see here. Oh boy. Let me look it up and see how many days of rain my area is supposed to get straight in a row. I think Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be fine. Nice sunny weather. But yeah, it's going to be chances of storms. Let's hit the 10-day view. Yeah, it's going to rain today. It's going to be nice Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Tuesday, cloudy. Looks like the temperatures dropped. Oh my gosh. I hate when this happens. I wish it would get hot. Like, I'm hoping for like 90-degree weather like 3 or 4 days in a row. That would be awesome. So yeah, but Saturday and Sunday looking nice. Monday, a little bit colder. And so that should be some good garden weather. So I'll get my garden ready finally. Yes, finally. Yeah, it is May 8th right now. So yeah, by the way, today in history, all of Southern Illinois suffered a horrible storm that went through on May 8th, and now it's referred to the May 8th storm. However, it was one of the first, and I think the first ever inland hurricane. That's the first time I ever heard the terms inland hurricane come about, which really, we don't live next to an ocean or anything like that, of course, but we have several lakes, and the Mississippi River, of course, is really close to us. So I think that's the biggest one. The Mississippi. I think it's the Mississippi and Ohio kind of merge into one. I don't know, but there's some kind of river line there where it's on one side of a bridge you have a Mississippi and the other side you have the Ohio. So anyway, the Mississippi River is where the inland hurricane originated from. But we have, of course, lakes and stuff like that, but I don't think that would produce a hurricane. I think you actually need like a big, massive water. But that's why it was referred to as an inland hurricane as opposed to a tropical hurricane, of course, or a ocean hurricane. Oceanic? Did I say that right? Am I making up a word here? Heck, I don't know. But anyway, we are going to do our usual Bible reading. For some reason, my microphone's all tangled up with something. Let's see if I can... Jeez. Oh! Well, I lost my whatchamajiggle. Whoa, was that a big bug? So let me go ahead and just plug in this light. We're going to get ready with our Bible reading. We're going to pick up where we left off last Thursday. I missed... Stupid fan. Get off of my light cord, you idiot. No, we missed I missed Thursday. But of course today I'm going to try to make up for it. I've had bad bouts of weather here recently. There we go. I can stretch that microphone out. Now, can you people hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I've been putting out a lot of videos here lately, but they've not been videos that are, oh heck, what do you call it? Edifiable. They're not edifiable videos. They're mostly just, silliness or videos that I did years ago when I was a child. Well, not a child. I wasn't like 8 years old running around with a video camera doing stop motion. But basically, when I was 16 or 17 years old, I got a camcorder that I paid for myself with my yard work money, and ever since then, I've been really into making videos, stop motion videos. The idea originated sort of like from the Godzilla movies and King Kong movies that I used to watch as a kid. And I was like, man, if they can, it'd be simple if I just took my camera and did picture by picture, frame by frame shot of these guys moving, like move one part here and then move one part, you know how stop motion works. I don't have to explain that. But no, so I have a lot of videos that are on DVD because I actually transfer them from DVD or from VHS onto DVD when the technology was available. And now I'm transferring all the DVDs onto the PC. And a lot of these, some of them cannot be shown on YouTube because of the music. But I know on YouTube there's a way you could just edit the music out or put different music in there. Now, at the very beginning, I don't think I had music in my videos. I added that later on, but so the very first Batman movie I ever did, I might be able to play that on YouTube. That's the one. I was about 16 at the time, and it's very, very wookie, whatever the word is I'm looking for. But anyway, we're here to do a Bible reading. I think last time I read Matthew chapter 9. And today we're going to read Matthew chapter 10. So let me just go grab my coffee real quick, and we'll get started with our Fellowship Friday. By the way, for Fellowship Friday, I'd like to welcome everybody to Fellowship Friday. Thanks for being with us here today. We're going to get into some Bible reading here in just a second. I'll be right back. Before I start reading here, I think I should shut off my phone so there are no whistles or bistles or pistles, no interruptions. Instead of shutting it off, I'll just turn it all the way down. Let's see if I can do the same with notifications. Notifications, turn those off. And I think that should do it. All right, we are ready to read Matthew chapter 10. So here we go. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Speaking of disease, I think I might have a cold sore here on the corner of my mouth. It's hurting. Anyway, all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles. Now wait a minute, is it apostles or disciples? They're sometimes called disciples, sometimes called apostles. That's always confused me when I was younger, and it kind of still does to this day, because I'm not sure, was there 12 disciples and 12 apostles? I don't think so, but you know, no, it just seemed somehow when I was younger, it always confused me. I always thought there was different groups. I know better now, but I'm saying like when I was younger. Now, some of these names, I know already I'm not going to be able to pronounce correctly, so please pardon me if I butchered them too much. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. Okay. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the publican James, the son of Alphaeus, I think I said that right, and Labadus, whose surname was Thaddeus. Ooh, I read that correctly. Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Well, yeah, we know that. I don't know. Are these pages stuck together? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we get into the red letters, and anytime you see the red letters, it is the voice of Jesus. The words of Jesus. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves for the workman, as worthy of his meat. Is that a Mandela effect that says shoes? I always thought they were referred to as sandals. Because in John says, the strap of my sandal? I think it was sandal. The strap of my, and I guess now it says shoe. The strap of my shoe is not worthy, that I am not worthy of him, or something like that. But I didn't think it was shoe. Anyway, let's move on. Nor yet staves for the workman as worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. That might help. Yeah. Okay. And when ye come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house of the city, shake the dust off your feet. Verily I say unto you, I shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah and the day of judgment than for that city. As everybody knows, Sodom and Gomorrah were burnt down. And so he's going to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it just said it. He says tolerable. I'm thinking not tolerable, but what the heck? Merciful. was the word I would have used there, and I don't know. Tolerable. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I wonder if that too is a Mandela effect. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, or it shall be given you that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I've experienced that from time to time. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to put to death. Oof, it's a little harsh. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, excuse me, ye shall not have gone to the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. They have called the master of the house Beelzebub. That's a funny name, Beelzebub. Sounds like something you would name a transformer. Like Bumblebee, Beelzebub. How much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Oof. Are not two sparrows sold for... what's that word? Oh, fart... I'm sorry. Oh, folks, it is 5 a.m. here where I'm at when I'm reading this, and I've had a few cups of coffee in me, so. Okay. Let me read this again. Are not two sparrows sold for farthings? The way this is worded, just so wrong. It's wrong. Okay. Oh. Heck no. What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord, please forgive me. Wait, really? Okay. And one of them shall not fall on the ground with your father, without your father. Oh. Lord, please forgive me. I should not think this stuff while I'm reading the Bible, but oh my goodness. I'm not reading that line again. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. So it's like, if our hair on our head, like, is that where they got the saying, don't harm a hair on their head? And our hairs on our head, like, they're numbered. So, like, if we lose the very last hair that's on our head, does that mean we're going to die? I wonder about that. Like, I know there's a lot of bald guys out there walking about, but they still have, like, a few hairs, not many. But they shave their head. Once they get to a certain baldness, they just shave it. But anyway, I digress. Oh boy. But whosoever shall deny... Wait, I think I skipped something. Fear ye not, therefore ye are of more value than many sparrows. Oh yeah, I love that saying. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before the Father which is in heaven. Do not deny Jesus. That is a bad thing. Very, very bad thing. Just saying. I've never denied Jesus. But I know who did. 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Now, this is where the whole fuzzy Jesus comes in at. You've heard on Armor Up's channel him talk about fuzzy Jesus. And basically what that means is the fuzzy Jesus is a love, kind, lovey, love everyone, love thy brother, love this person, love thy neighbor, love, 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 oh, we love you so much, oh, we'll pray for you and blah, blah, blah. That's the fuzzy Jesus. That's not the Jesus who we should be following. There's nothing wrong with fuzziness. When we talk about fuzziness, I should explain that we mostly follow it up with the word warmth, a warm, fuzzy feeling. You know that warm, fuzzy feeling that you get deep inside of you? Well, don't confuse that with Jesus, because although he is merciful, he is about love, he is about the light, he is about loving one another, love thy neighbor. He's all of that, but so much more. So much more. And what we have to remember is that what he says right here, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came to send a sword. Well, what does that mean? Well, that doesn't mean a physical sword, like he's come to bring war and tyrant, but he's come to arm us for battle, spiritual warfare, which is just as true today as it was back then. And in fact, maybe even more so. He came to arm us. That's what he came to do. He came to... that's not the only thing he came to do. But that's one of the biggest ones, is like to arm us with knowledge, to arm us with faith, to arm us to let us know we need to repent, we need to go to the Father, and the only way through the Father is through him. And that's what he came here to do, for the most part. Well, maybe not for the most part, but it is a huge part of it. And this is what we're talking about when we say follow the real Jesus, or don't follow a fuzzy Jesus. This right here, what's being said in this Bible, in these red letters, pay very close attention to them. because this is the real Jesus. All of this, not just the love and laughter and the warm fuzziness, but this part as well. And this is a very important part, because when we're following Jesus, we have to remember we're not just following Jesus just because he's Jesus. We're following Jesus because that's the path to the Father. He says the only way to the Father is through him. So just remember that. Keep that in mind. All right, let's continue. Let's see here. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me. This is important, because a lot of people say they value their family, that family comes first. A lot of people do that. A lot of people say family comes first, and they mean it. But the Father should come first. That's where a lot of the misconception goes on. And that's why people say, well, Jesus said, you come to me and say, hello, Jesus. Remember me? I knew you while I was on earth. I knew you. We talked. We hung out. I worshiped you. And he says, I know you not. I do not know you. And it's kind of tricky getting to know Jesus, because like I said before, there is a such thing as the fake Jesus. So I might do a video, how do we know the real Jesus? How do we follow the real Jesus? I did a video several months back where I think I said, how do we follow Jesus? And I think in that video I mentioned following the real Jesus. That's been several months ago. I don't even remember, it's in there somewhere. Just trust me, it's in one of my videos. But that's important to note, that he says that people within the family are going to be fighting amongst themselves. Your greatest enemy is not your greatest enemy. Your greatest enemy sometimes could be your closest friend. I hate to quote the Godfather movies, but like they say, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I love that saying, because what that does is, well, in their contents, it's different. It's because you get close to your enemies, so you know what they're going to do, their next move. That way, you know when to attack. But in this context, it means you get to know your enemy. Because you get to know your enemy, you'll be able to forgive your enemy. You'll be able to love your enemy. Because that's what Jesus says, love thy enemy. And it's easy to love somebody we know. That's the easy part. You can love your family. You can love your mom. You can love your dad. That's the easiest thing ever. But to love an enemy, not so much. And I'm talking about true enemies here. Let's say, for example, a drunk driver killed your uncle, and you have much hate and disdain for that drunk driver. But what if you didn't? What if you forgave that driver and even loved that driver? You showed him love, not disdain. That would be truly hard to do, and that would be truly a test of faith, really, if we could do that as humans. But forgiveness, maybe I could see years later maybe when that guy, if the other guy, if that guy asks for forgiveness, you can forgive but never forget. When you lose a loved one due to the hands of another person, intentionally or accidentally, it's hard to, you can't let go of that. You really can't. You develop. I had hate for a long time for the guy that killed my uncle. But then I finally let it go. And the way that you got to let it go is you got to forgive that person. But you can't forgive somebody if they're not sorry. If they're not truly, spider. Oh, wait. Hey, where you going, buddy? Hey, you're not flying towards me, are you? Go kill some of those bugs. I'll let you live because you're just a little tiny spider with let's see what you got on your back there. No violin on your back. That's good. Get up there and go kill those guys. Anyway, I got torn totally off a track here, but learning to forgive and forget, that could be a true test of your humanity, and I'm pretty sure I just made up a word there. But anyway, that's what we should strive to, what we should hope to strive for is what I'm trying to say, basically. But it's never easy. We're human. We have emotions. We have fear, jealousy, anger, pride. All of that stuff ties in to everything. Really, it's all part of being human. And it really is a struggle. There's a struggle between spiritual and humanity. But anyway, let's continue reading. Let me take another sip of my coffee. Oh, okay. He that loveth... Oh, wait, no. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Put the father first. Always. Sorry. Didn't mean to yell it. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth me after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receiveth a prophet's reward, and he that receive a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. And that concludes chapter 10 of Matthew. We're going to cover chapter 11, all of it. So let me get to that, but I have to take a small bathroom break. I don't know why I say these things. I don't know why I say, oh, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, or oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom, or oh, I'm going to do this, or oh, I'm going to do that. Because in reality, all I have to do is hit the pause button. I don't have to say anything because this is all pre-recorded. So yeah, let me just I guess I do it for the interaction sort of thing, just to be interacting with you guys and let you know what's going on. I don't know, but I don't have to explain every time I got to do something. Just pause the button, go do it, come back and unpause it. And hopefully I remember to actually pause it like this. Okay, there we go. And now, chapter 11. And it came to pass when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now, when John had heard in his prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples, and said unto them, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Jesus answered and said unto them, Go and shew John again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offered in me. Offended. Let me read that again. And blessed is he who should not be offended in me. There we go. And as they departed, Jesus began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft, turn the page, raiment. Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. What were they, like silk? I guess. What the heck is soft clothing? Like they walked around in cotton robes. I don't get this. Oh wait, no. I don't know. Was it sheep skins, or what the heck did they walk around in? I don't think the robes were made of cotton, but I guess they were cotton. So what do they consider soft clothing? I don't understand. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily, I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist, notwithstanding that he is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and law prophesied until John, and if ye will receive it, this is, Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets, and calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped into you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Beholdeth a man glutinous. Wait, glutinous? Yeah, they ate a lot of gluten back then. Oh my goodness. Gluttonous and a wino. Okay, no, I'm gonna say it the way it's written, but it doesn't make sense to me. Wine bibber, a wine bibber. That's the same as wino? A friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you. And thou, Carpathia, which art exalted unto heaven, shalt be brought down to hell. For the mighty works which have been done in thee have been done in Sodom. It would have remained until this day. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. At that time Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whosoever the Son will reveal him. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For yoke is easy, and my burden is light. And that ends that. And I'm going to put the bookmarker here because next week we will read chapter 11. But I want to say that, when you read John, you realize that you're reading a lot about Jesus. And that's cool. And you hear his version of Jesus from his point of view. But then when you read the other ones who also speak of Jesus, like Matthew, you hear the same thing, but in different ways. All the nuances and all the verilies. A lot of the verilies that are said in John are not said in Matthew, which makes sense because otherwise, that would be redundant, and they probably wouldn't have put it in the Bible's canon. But I will say that when I hear different versions of the different stories from John to Matthew, I get a lot more out of it. If I sit there and read John and just read John again, I don't feel like I've gotten enough out of it. But if I read John and then read Matthew, I seem to get a lot out of it, like a lot more than I would just reading John again. A good friend of mine once told me that you get something different each and every time you read the Bible. Each and every time you read different things. And I do, and I get that, and I will go back to reading John. We might do that next week, as a matter of fact. We might read some John. I know last week I said we're going to read John, and then I skipped right. Started reading Matthew out of the blue. Let me take a sip of my coffee. But you know, I went to read in Matthew because the Holy Spirit kind of talked through me and said, you know, there's something in Matthew I want you to read. Because at that time, it was something I needed to hear. This week, the only reason why we read Matthew was because I was continuing on with what we read last week, you see. So that's why I did that. But next week, whether I do it on Thursday or Fellowship Friday, and as I said before, it's still Thursday, but it's done on a Friday. Some of these shows might be done on Friday. They might be done on Saturday. They're done whenever I have time to do them, which honestly, I should make more time. Like I said while reading that last passage, whatever it was, we tend to put things first that shouldn't ought to be put first. We need to put the Father first. And really, if I sat and thought about it for a second, I'd be like, oh, I better go ahead and do Thursday. Now, I thought about that all day Wednesday. I'm like, I'm going to do Thursday's recording. Because all I had to do on Wednesday was take out the garbage and take care of the dog, which I got something to say about my dog here in a minute. But I didn't do it. And then Thursday came and went, and I still didn't do it. Oh, by the way, I missed Armor Up's Wednesday Word, which I am going to go back and check it out. I suggest for all of you who did miss it, go back and watch it. You know. But anyway, I said all that to say this. I should have went ahead and done it. It's not like I'm busy doing important things. And even if I was, I should stop and, you know, the point being, just put the Father first. Always put the Father first. You know, we get distracted by our lives. And the enemy has a lot to do with that. I also miss my Thursday workouts. So, you know, the enemy has a lot to do with that, you know. And, but anyway, where was I? Oh, my dog. Dog's not doing so well. The other day, she wouldn't eat her food. And then as she was walking, she was real wobbly. And her legs were just getting out from underneath her. And in fact, at one time yesterday, I took her out and walked her around and did our usual walk. And I decided I'm just going to take her off the leash in the backyard. We were in the backyard. And I'm just going to let her walk around the yard freely. Well, she was walking real slow. And then at one point, she was laying there like a turtle on its back. And the good news is, when I put her back in her pen, she ate some of the food that I put out for her. I thought to myself, I'm gonna instead of giving her regular dog food, I'm gonna put out some beef stew. I had a can of beef stew, sirloin burger. And by golly, she ate that. She really dug into it. She ate like half, and then later she ate the other half. I noticed it was gone. And I gave her some fresh water, and I just wonder if maybe she got a hold of some stagnant water, or maybe she got a hold of something that poisoned her. I did spray for bugs in the yard the other day, a little bit. So I hope that she didn't get into that poison that I sprayed, where I sprayed. I'm pretty sure they were pretty far apart, but you never know. You never know what dogs get into. She found a bone out in the yard that we had thrown out like Easter, and but she always finds bones out in the yard, chews on them. She's just fine. But anyway, yesterday she got better and better. I noticed she came out when I called her, and she couldn't do that the other day. So I think she is getting better. She's about 20 years old, and in dog years, that's like 100-year-old human. So just say your prayers for her. I'll pray for her as well. But I hate to say it like this, but if she passes, then she passes. She's led a long, good life, and it is about that time. So speaking about that time, I think it's about time for us to close things out here. I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining me for Fellowship Friday. And hopefully next week on Thursday, we'll get back on track. I won't get distracted by the enemy, and I'll be able to pound one out just for you guys, just the Bible reading. And I don't know what we're going to read, because that's the thing. You got to go wherever the Spirit leads you. So it just really depends on where the Spirit leads me. I will read whatever it is the Spirit chooses for me to read, just like that. What I said about Matthew, I was going to reread John, go through John again. And I also, an announcement, I noticed Armor Up is rereading John as well, so go check out his channel as he reads John. That coffee almost ended up in my lap. Thank God it's not hot. But anyway, just remember to talk to the Father. I need to do that, actually. It's been a few days. I will when I pray for my dog. Just get with the Father. Say your prayers. And just remember, fake love is not love. Real love is real love. With that being said, I love each and every one of you. And hey, you know what else? Before I get off of here, don't forget, check out Shifty Sunday. Shifty Sunday at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I'm not quite sure what that is in Mountain Time. I think you guys are like 2, maybe 3 hours behind me. I'm not sure. But anyway, until next time, this has been Hebrew77 for Fellowship Friday. And happy Friday, everybody. Have a good time out there. Be safe. And we'll see you next time. Father's love and blessings to all, and to all a good night. Thank you. Let me take another sip of my coffee here. I'm still recording. Hold on a second. There's still a little bit of show left to go, actually. In fact, there's quite a bit. I think next time I have a short show like this, I'll just read another passage or something, or we'll listen to one of the other brothers and sisters who teach fellowship. After all, this is Friday Fellowship. Maybe this will be a separate show. Who knows? It's so hard to say goodbye, you know that? Say goodbye. Help me say goodbye. Been a long time since I had a chicken thigh. You and I, we used to cry together. Forever, say goodbye. Let's all say goodbye. This can't be copyrighted because I'm singing it with my own voice, my own horrible, terrible, horrible voice. Good night, everybody. Yeah, still got about 4 minutes left. Holy cow. See, this is why I need to read more passages. Well, who knows? Next week, maybe I'll read John and I'll just keep reading until the last 5 minutes of the show. Then I'll do our bull session. Why did I say section? A section's a place where you sit. It isn't exactly you know what. Oh, check out Michelle and Sagittarically Speaking every Wednesday night. I think 9-ish. I'm not really sure when they start their show. It might be either 9-ish or 10-ish. I think it's 10-ish his time. And Armor Up, like I said, he's got a great, wonderful channel. Check out his channel as well. You know who I haven't seen in a while? Jesus is Calling. I haven't seen any of her videos pop up in my notifications. I hope she's doing okay. It's been a while. We'll have to have her on the show again someday. You know, we used to have a really good banter with her, and we used to have a really good time doing a few shows here and there, and I'd ask her on Shifty Sunday. I would like to do a Bible reading show like this one with her someday. I bet that would be interesting. I bet she'd like that. I have to ask her. I need to get in contact with her anyway. It's been a long time since all of us have had a conversation. You know, maybe we'll just all have a conversation. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to also say that the Guess What Sad You Look Like contest is still on. The deadline is Shifty Sunday, this Sunday. So, you know, look out for that. Contest winner, first place gets $25. And the ones who already know what he looks like and does a really good drawing of him wins $20. That's the second place winner. Third place is a free Shifty Sunday t-shirt. Which reminds me, I still have to get Raven a t-shirt. I totally keep forgetting about that. I'm going to do that first thing next week. I swear to you, that's what I'm going to do. Has she given me her address? I forget. I'm going to have to email her. See if she'll email me her address. But anyway, I believe I blabbed long enough. You guys, I just can't let you go, can I? But anyway, until next time, this is Hebrew77 once again saying, look out to the stars. Good night, everybody. Should I just end it like right now? Yeah, 59 seconds is long enough. Don't forget to pray to the Father. Follow the real Jesus. And get ready, everybody. Just be ready, be prepared. You know, arm yourselves up. Good night.